Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Chris. I'm here with Kathy. We are Ginger Marvin on Instagram and YouTube. We have another day's worth of what solds for you today. This is for Tuesday the 27th, and Kathy's going to go ahead and show you what is sold for us today.
Hey guys, if you watched our weekend what sold, you've already saw these two that technically sold yesterday, but I said I didn't think that they would pay, and they all paid they both paid like an hour after that. So
Right, and I did notify in that video. So here we are featuring them.
If you're new here, you won't have seen these, but this is an Adidas, just a plain pink Trefoil logo sweater. I picked this up at TJ Maxx just a couple nights ago for $16.99. The retail price on the tag was $70. I figured I could probably get around $50 to $60 because this style is popular right now, and so I listed it at $59.95 free shipping, and the first day I had a watcher, I sent them an offer of $49.95 free shipping, and they accepted. So it's going in a padded flat rate, so shipping cost me $7.52. So I think I still at least double my money there, which for a retail arbitrage is really good in my opinion. So. And one day sale, so I might actually go back and see if they have the other ones that were there. And then this is that Arc'teryx. I don't even know, Arc'teryx, I don't know how you say that, but I've always been on the lookout for it. This was my first time finding it, and I was like in shock when it was new with tags, and I didn't even see the like logo at first, which I saw it before I left the store, and I was gonna buy it either way, but I was just amazed that it was still new with tags. It was only $7, and yeah, like I put it in my cart and like covered it with some like other random stuff just so that nobody would see it. I don't know.
But it did have an embroidered
it
logo.
Says like guide wire, which I'm assuming is
like a company logo.
So. Someone probably got it for free. They didn't want it, and they donated it. I got it for $7. Listed it for $109.95. I had like 5 watchers, so I sent them an offer of $79.95, which is a really good offer. But again, this had a logo on it, and they're gonna have to either pay to get it removed or covered up. So I was happy with an $80 sale on a $7 item. This is under a pound, but sometimes when I like sell more higher price items, I do put them in I pay the extra, like this was $3 extra to put it in a padded flat rate, just to have the security of if it goes lost or missing. Like right now, the post office is starting to get into holiday shopping, and they're kind of overwhelmed. So if a first class package goes missing, I'm out the money of it all. So this way, if it goes missing, I at least get my $79.95 back, or I think it might be $50 that it comes with, so at least $50.
Right, not a complete loss.
Yeah, and I only had to pay an extra $3 for that, so I don't do that often, but if it's usually over, like, if I'm making like a $50 profit, which I am there, that's when I'm gonna do that. All right, and then this was a Janie and Jack just button-down shirt. I got this for my son. I think I only got it at Goodwill for like $2. He wore it, and I listed it for $14.95 free ship. That's what it sold for. Shipping was just over $3. It's a super lightweight shirt. Alright, and then a couple Mercari sales. These are some just like unbranded, this like RR. I think this might be like an AliExpress type thing, but I got these on Kitizen as part of a bundle where I wanted an item and added a couple other things to get their shop discount. So I pay like $3 and some change for them. Listed them for $9 plus shipping on Mercari, and that's what they sold for. And then this is a Matilda Jane women's blouse. I actually got this on Mercari. I bought it for myself, but when I got it, it was listed as excellent condition, but it had like some blue marks like all over it, and they look like factory defects almost. Like it didn't look like a stain, but anyways, I put in for a return, and it was a cheap shirt to begin with, so I don't know what Mercari's threshold is for this, but I've had it happen a couple times where if you put in like a return request and it's under like, it seems like under 20, I don't know if it's under 15 or 20, but they basically just credit your account and let you keep the item. So that's what happened with this. And I just relisted it because the spots would bother me if I was wearing it. So I listed it for $15 plus shipping. It was technically free since they credited my account, although they credit you in Mercari money, so I had to buy something else. So that I wouldn't necessarily have bought had I not bought that, and it came not as described. So anyways, free, sold it for $15 plus ship. Alright, and then these are some Reebok Nano Crossfit shoes. I usually get around $40 to $50 for these, and that's about what these sold for. $36 plus the buyer paid $10 for shipping. So yeah, I got these at Clothes Mentor for $12. And our Clothes Mentor is shutting down in Colorado Springs, so that makes me sad. I stopped in the other day just because it's right next door to the Once Upon a Child. So whenever I go over there, I usually just hop in, at least look at shoes, kind of just scan all the shoe racks really quick, and usually come out with a pair or two. But yeah, they said they're going to be closed by the end of the year, so kind of sad. But they did say because they're closing, Once Upon a Child is knocking down the wall between the stores and gonna expand, which is nice, because if you live in Colorado Springs or have ever been to the store here, it's so small, and
yeah, I hate going in there.
COVID and everything, and people don't want to be around too
Yeah.
close to each other. It'll be nice to have more space. So.
And if there's not more space in the aisles, they'll have double the inventory. So.
Yeah. All right, so we only have one Poshmark sale. These are some Sorel little baby boots. These are so cute. I got these at the Once Upon a Child for $10. I listed them for $50. Someone offered me $30. I just took that offer. And the rest of the sales were from Kitizen. These are just some fur-lined Crocs. I have about $4 into them. I listed them for $24.50. I sent an offer to someone who put them in their cart of $20, and they accepted. Shipping was $5 because they were over the 8 ounce. But still, I think around a $10 profit on those. So, okay, and then these was a bundle of 2 Nike. They're both just like the Under Armour type shirts, but they're Nike branded, like hyper warm shirts. These were both I bought for my son, but I got them both from Goodwill, and apparently I buy these every time I see them because he ended up with like 5 of them when I opened up the like next size up bin. So kept a couple, sold a couple, and this buyer bought them both. So I sent a really good offer. Like one was listed at $18, one was listed at $14. I already had 20% off, and then I sent an additional offer for $22 free shipping for both because I only paid about $2 for each. So after shipping and fees, shipping was $5. After shipping and fees, I'm making $14.46. Still happy with that. And last but not least are some Reebok not CrossFit. These are not CrossFit. These have a weird name that you'll see on the screen. But so I've had these forever, but because I took photos of them, bagged them, inventoried them, forgot to list them. So when we did inventory at the beginning of COVID, I again forgot to list them some more. So I think these only got listed like a month or 2 ago, but I've had them for over a year at this point. So they did sell for my list price though of $39.95 free ship. I paid $8.99 for them at Goodwill. So really good sale. Shipping was $9 through Kitizen. So still a really good sale. And then anyways, that's why you gotta keep up with your inventory, and I would say like do a full inventory every year just to make sure what you have is listed. All right, so we got a few questions today. First up is Vivi asking, do y'all have other jobs, or is reselling your primary moneymaker? So this is our full-time only job, and honestly right now it's mostly just my full-time job. Chris does all the house stuff, kids stuff. He does all the mostly cooking, cleaning. Yeah, all I do is laundry, and mostly just because I'm picky about how the laundry's done, and a lot of stuff needs hang dried. But yeah, we do have a very low what am I trying to say, cost of living. Yeah. So it works for us. I know that's not possible for everybody to do, and I'm sure like when you see me selling stuff for a $10 profit, you're like wondering how we do it. But we are able to pay all our bills, buy new inventory every month, and keep it growing. So it is what we do. We do also, I mean, we just started YouTube, which obviously is not anything crazy at this point, but we're hoping to grow that. And we do all the links that we have in our description do pay us small amounts each month. So if you guys want to help support us by not paying anything out of pocket, you can always click those Amazon links. You don't have to buy what we put on there. You can just click the link, buy your toilet paper or whatever you're going to buy anyways, and we get a very, very small kickback, which does add up and help us each month. We have, with Shipping Hip, these mailers that, you know, I always have cute mailers, but we have a little deal with them, and we get a small kickback every time you guys use our code on those, which is Ginger15. Their mailers are fairly inexpensive for a small brand, small shop. Yeah, so it's just a mom that does these on her own, and she charges $20 free shipping for a pack of 100, and if you use our code, it'll bring it down to $17 free ship for a pack of 100, and then we'd also get a kickback there. I think we have probably some other links, but yeah, just everything that we do adds up a little, and we're just trying to grow it. But
I'll add a little something to that too. So we both have been self-employed going on 5 years now. So I did used to build furniture, custom furniture out of the garage here, and so once at the beginning of the year, we both kind of saw Kathy's business start gaining momentum and speed, much more than my business was doing, and so I pivoted and pulled away from my business so that she could really go on full steam on this business, and that's why I've kind of been taking care of the home stuff with the ambition of coming up here more in a part-time, full-time manner. So that was the idea. We did that transition in January. That's when I built all these shelves and all that, and took the inventory side of the business and kind of streamlined it, which is kind of my forte. I'm good logistical and all that kind of stuff. But that was why we did that, and luckily we did, because come March, when lockdown happened, I don't know if we would be in the same position we are today if we hadn't done what we did in January. So we are very thankful for that, that we saw that and pivoted that way. It really did help us out. But anyway, I'm going to turn it back to Kathy, and we have a couple more questions.
all right, Greg Stewart, who also lives here in Colorado. I can't remember, Greg. Are you in?
I think he's in
Colorado
Pueblo.
Springs? Okay.
Down in Pueblo.
He told us about
Rocky Mountain Resellers,
the
yeah.
store down there that I like to go to when we're down there. But he's asking, is the Vans outlet in Castle Rock, which is another city in Colorado? And yep, that's the one I was mentioning, because I mentioned in a previous video that I used to do some retail arbitrage up there, which that was a few years ago at this point. But he said, you always hear about people spending and flipping crazy amounts at the Nike outlets. Yeah, I do see a lot of people doing that. It honestly didn't even occur to me how many other shoe brands have outlets. Would you say doing RA, which is retail arbitrage, which means just going to any retail store and buying their inventory, whether it be
sale or clearance, yeah,
and then selling it for a markup online? Would you say doing RA with the Vans was worth the capital time it took? So when I was doing it, I wasn't really thinking of it as like RA. I didn't even know what RA was at the time. I wasn't even like a full-time reseller or really even part-time. I just was kind of doing it as a hobby still. Like this was probably back in like 2016, I would say. And so I was just going up there anyways, because like this is when I was doing a lot of the JBF consignment sales. So I would be going to Denver every month or two to do a sale. And I would just always stop in to Castle Rock on the way. I'd like get a Starbucks and then, you know, go to the Vans store and a couple other stores I like up there. And I don't know if they still do this because I haven't been there in probably 2 years at this point, but they always had buy one, get one half off, I believe it was. So, and that included clearance. So their whole back of their store is full of clearance shoes. I was only doing kids stuff at the time, so I only ever looked at the kids shoes, but they probably have good deals on the adult stuff as well. So, I mean, just doing the kids stuff, I was buying shoes to like sell for a $10 profit, which honestly I would still do today. But I mean, I guess, is your time worth it? Yes, but like for me, that's like an hour drive, 45-minute drive. So I was going because I was already going that way, but I probably wouldn't take a time out of my day to just do that. But I do also like the Goodwill in Castle Rock. So if you're gonna like make a day out of it, I would say it's definitely worth stopping in and seeing what you can find. I definitely think there's stuff there to make profit off of.
So to add to his question generally about retail arbitrage, do you find it worth it? Because it's obviously less profitable than finding something for 10 cents and selling it for $10.
Yeah, I mean, like that Adidas shirt, you know, I sold it within 24 hours for doubled my money, which was only $17. But I mean, I think that's really good. Honestly, if I can even if I can like make a 50% markup on a retail arbitrage item, I think it's worth it for the, unless it's like a $3 item, you know. But like if I buy a pair of shoes for $50, sell it for $100, free shipping, net about $20. I still think that's worth it if I have the capital to put into that, because that was so easy to do. Like,
Right.
that sweater was 3 photos, 2 measurements. Other than buying it, it probably took 10 minutes to list, so I made $17. So yeah, I think it's worth it.
And
I like it.
there was a time early in your reselling career where you were afraid to spend more money on things. You would not want to spend more than like $5 on an item, or even $2. I remember you buying stuff for $1.
Yeah, I would not want to spend over $1 on anything because I was too chicken.
Right.
And now my mindset is more like that Adidas sweater. Well, my brain was like, okay, I can return it up to 30 days, so I'll take the chance. But also, if I forgot to return it, I can at least get $17 back. So I'm not going to lose money. You know, I might, if it doesn't sell within 6 months, I will just have to like clearance it out to a lower price. But I knew I was going to be able to at least sell it for $17 plus shipping. So that's kind of what I think now. Can I at least get my money back? If so, I'm willing to probably take a chance on it.
And you've grown from that because, you know, not only have you grown, I guess, emotionally or whatever, but your bankroll, right? Like you have more money now in the business, you know, that we are willing to spend because you built it from doing those smaller items. So you really grown.
I definitely wouldn't just start out by buying a bunch of $20.
And we still,
stuff.
we're a long way away from being a 100% RA, if that's even going to happen.
I would love to do that. I love selling new with tag items. I feel like there's less problems with them, and they're super easy to list, which I like. There's not usually any flaws on them. So yeah. So I've been mentioning we're working on a death pile, and we are so close to being done. And that's kind of what I want to kind of head to next, I think. But also with doing bins. So I want to do bins for cheap inventory and also retail arbitrage, online arbitrage type stuff. I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of end of the year sales, which is what I'm looking forward to. So. All right, next question. Christina Liu, hi, are you selling toys and books on Kidizen or any other platform? Thanks. Yes and no. I do have a few listed, but it's not like the thing I like to do. The books that I have listed, I might have like 5 Dr. Seuss books, which I think were just our kids' books. And so they're listed for like $6, I think. So nothing crazy, but that's just to like get some money back on them. And
we've sold some toys on Mercari too, so.
Yeah, our kids had a bunch of those little people, which seemed to sell pretty well. So yeah, we do sell toys, but I don't necessarily look out for them. If you've been watching for a few weeks now, we did a bunch of Monster High dolls because Emily Conway, I heard about them from her channel, and I just took a chance on them because that's how we learn to make more money. But I don't like toys in general, so I don't usually look out for them, but I do sometimes. I do peek at the plush a lot because there's always a bunch of Scentsy Buddies, Build-A-Bears, Disney stuff in there that I can usually
American Girl dolls,
yeah, the American Girl dolls are good. I am always looking for
We're venturing little by little more into toys and stuff.
So I'm doing toys, but mostly what I know, which is stuffed animals, and I wouldn't even say I know them. I'll just look it up if I think it's worth something. So
as far as books,
they're so cheap at the thrift stores. Like stuffed animals are usually 99 cents or $2. So
yeah, I don't think we'll ever get big into books. Like I know a lot of resellers will go and scan all the books and stuff. I just
can't do
don't.
That.
We don't find that fun or appealing and we're not saying you can't make money that way. It's just we want to have fun.
Yeah, that's kind of why I haven't like done a palette or anything.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't sound like what I want to do. So if we have to do it, we'll do it, but that's not what we're doing right now. And then last question is RP's Random Closet. What is Google Lens and how do you use it to help list on eBay? So Google Lens, I don't know who I heard this from, but it's just an app, and it's not even called Google Lens. I think it's called, what is it? Just called Google Photos. So you can get it in the App Store. I think it's on Android too.
So yeah, why don't you start a screen record and we'll do a little example, and I'll put it on the side here.
All right, so screen record. So do you want me to
So let's just pick something random.
So in the App Store, just in case you don't already have the app, I'll just show you. So you're going to search Google Photos. And it's going to be this one at the top. It just looks like a little windmill thing with different colors. called Google Photos. I already have it, so I'm gonna open the app. Let's see. Let's just do one of my screenshots, like these Reebok shoes. So I'm just selecting. Oh, well, I guess you'll see it on the screenshot.
Yeah.
So I'm just selecting the photo, and then at the bottom here, there's like a little. It looks like a little camera icon. So just click on that, and it's gonna like scan your photo, and then it'll show you what it thinks that it's looking at. So, yep, it's basically pulling up these shoes. Not exactly the same, but I think these are an older model, and it's showing me, Side Guy, stay down there, buddy. We'll be right down, okay? Anyways, so it's showing me the correct shoes. But yeah, it's really helped me. It helped me first of all with the Monster High dolls, because I had like 12 of them. I've never heard of these. I didn't know what to sell them for, what to list them for, what they're called. So I would just take a picture of each, put it in here. It would pop up with their actual name. So like one was called like Frankenstein. I would have never known that, you know. But Google Lens told me that's what it was, and then I was able to go to eBay and like Google the actual, because when I was just Googling Monster High dolls, a lot of them were selling kind of low, but I hear all these people selling them for a ton. So I was like, there's got to be a different way to do this. So anyways, found out what they were called. Once I was able to say Monster High Frankenstein, I was able to see the exact comps for that doll itself. So it's helped me with that. It's helped me a lot with shoes, because I mean, yeah, these are Reebok shoes. I didn't know that these were called Reebok, whatever they're called, shoes, you know what I mean? Like, that's what Google Photo tells me. And a lot of people do like a specific shoe, so if they know the brand or the model name, they're going to look up with those extra keywords. So if you can add extra keywords to your listings, it's more searchable. So that's really how it's helped me. It's good for a lot of things, but that's the main thing.
So yeah, I think it used to be called Google Lens, and they've kind of done some reorganizing. But just think of it as like a Google search with a photo instead of using text. So if you know something is unique, or you just don't know the name of it, you can do a search and it'll find somehow magically things that look like the same thing. And sometimes you might not find anything, but it really does help. So anyway, that is going to do it for today. Thank you so much for the great questions, guys. We are going to go ahead and pack these up. We're running a little bit late to pick up our kid from school. He's back in school this week. Anyway, we'll see you guys in the next one.